Yo, what is up, YouTube? Alright, man, so we back with another Tales of Arise video. And yeah, picking up where we left off, we're about to fight this dang boss, man. Yeah, man, we're about to kill her ass, man, because she is evil as shit. So, let's get on with this, man. Alright, enjoy the video.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Well, with only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I see one, eh? I can carve through walls!
I'm a true gunslinger around here.
Engaging! You're done! Come on, where's the horse? Dragon down!
Here goes! Annihilation!
The enemy will pass too.
You'll soon see about that.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'm on it! I'll end you! I'll tear you apart!
Glacial shield! Here's evil!
Dragon down! I'm ready! We're not! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A comfortable win.
Let's dispose of the trash.
For my lord! Blew away! It's showtime! I'll grind you with a socket!
You think that shield will save you?
You're done! Hitting pile driver! Come on! It's almost too strong! Split it open! Be like it!
Everlasting dark.
First strike! Negative! You're down! Soaring light spear! You're on! Sharp light slide! Super swallow damage! Sonic thrust!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! Too slow! Lightning thrust! Just getting started!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
You're done!
Resonate
You're
with the
mine!
earth. Stalagmite.
You're mine! Divine wind!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
I'm ready for the next battle. Get lost!
I'm on it.
Now you learn!
I'm on it.
Rising Rising! Escape! Lunar Go!
They really don't give up, do they? Do it! Okay.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Bathe in blood.
Rising Rising! Dragon Bloody! Soaring Light Spear! You're on!
I'm just
Sharp
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Discourteous, aren't you?
You got spirit!
Watch it!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
Annihilation! Hear me! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
I'm on devastation!
All in order.
Annihilation! Searing Fury! Reload!
Elusive deity! You're soaring blow! Death blossom! Elusive deity! Sword blade! Double demon fang! Destruction! Now see the through! In an instant! Impact block!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Gotta break through! Bring him down! Sword blade positivity! I'll run you through! Death! I'll punch that gun out of your hand! I'm ready!
Glacial Spear! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here I go! Go! One
Watch
more!
this! Demon fang! Double demon fang! Eat this! I'll run you through! Rip and tear! Watch this! Elusive deity! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Right, here goes! First strike! Elusive deity! Come and get it!
That may prove a thorn in our side. Bathed in blood.
Rending you apart! Bloody! Now I'm real mad! Your sonic thrust!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And to me! Watch this! Resonate with the earth!
Pierce evil!
First strike! I'll run you through! Eat this! Eat this! Talon Storm! Dragon Shout! Rising Wyvern! Rending you a bloody strike! Resonate with the earth! I'm ready!
Could have been worse.
she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesbold! Enjoy your meal! Such sense. Had eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Feel! Reason! Here's magic in hand! Radiant
Eat this!
Here!
Fire dance! No! Eat this groove on! Eat this!
Here's a healing! Fires of passion coursing this flame! Radiant here!
Ignite! I'll run you through! Eat this! Lemon pack!
I'm out of ammo.
Not my finest. You'll pay for that! No, it's over! Swallow blade!
I'll bring you back from death.
Dance for me!
You're on! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Swallow blade!
Awaken the sleeping spirit! Sharpness all!
I'm on it! Rolling Dragon Swarm! No! In the group!
Right! Here's the evil! Lightning freeze laser! Lightning condenser!
Rolling Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch!
All in here!
Here, let's go.
The ring!
Wind action! More where that came from! Purge malevolence! Upstage waterfall! Freeze laser! Here goes!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Here's the evil!
Ignite!
Eat this! Freeze
I'll
laser!
run you through!
Lightning orb! This one's mine! In here! Glacial spear! Here's it!
Eat this! All good things come to an end. Watch it!
Arch Seal! Let's go! First aid!
Sword Ray Alpha!
Thunderblade!
Death Blossom! Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Glitter Dragon! Take it! It's done!
Here's the healing arc! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Shower!
Freaking fool! Here!
Dragon Swarm!
Let Astral... Dragon
Swarm!
Burning
Run away!
Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
If it's in the sky,
You hear it now!
where are you going?
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
What foolishness!
You hear it now!
All good things come to
You're
an
on!
Confiscated!
Dance for me!
Can't get out of this!
Arctic waterfall!
Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Tear! Dragon Swarm! Not today!
I'm only getting started. Glacial spear. Here's evil. Here, let me help. Fire's attacked and courses this blade. Sealed. Sharpness off. Thank you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Stay away!
Run you through!
Thunder
You're mine!
I really owe you one.
Double Demon Fang!
Dance for me!
I never miss!
Demon Fang!
Wind energy!
Storm!
Fool!
Sword Ray Alpha!
Radiant Raging storm!
Radiant's on a kill!
I'm out of ammo!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Take it! You're on!
Keep it! Heavy! Smash you!
It's on!
Eat this! Here's a healing arc! First aid is
Dance for me!
attacking separately.
I can't, Landy. You don't know.
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
She's... stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Yeah, take it away.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Stay away from my friend.
It's over.
You will suffer.
Behold.
Power.
That looks bad.
Wits about you people.
Burn in hell.
Anything in armor is all mine. Here we go again.
Here goes.
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts are special. And now, they're Here's another.
I really owe you one.
Hit.
I've let you all down.
Fire's attack. One last one. Fire's attack is coursing the sky. Take care of him.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that.
You're mine. Dragon
Tear you apart. I'll finish you here and now. Eat this.
Try harder.
No, you sword.
Here's a healing arm. I still
This
have
should do it.
You shouldn't have messed with me.
You may be known. Can't end here.
Too slow. Eat this. Now I'm in the groove. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Here, let me help.
I'm on it. Damn it. Only I've been more careful. I'm on it. Eat this. Swallow blade. You're done. I'll end hurricane. You're done.
This one's mine.
Ready.
Demon Fang. Double Demon Fang.
None of your dreams.
Just try and run.
Here I come. Dragon Claw. Pierce through.
I'm on it.
Demon Fang. You're done.
I'll bring you back from
That friggin' does it. You're wide open.
Eat dirt.
Dragon Gel.
resuscitation. Here's a healing art.
I'll finish you here and now.
Go now.
Not well lasted.
such a failure. No! Don't leave me all alone here.
You're finished!
This one's mine.
Win! One and all! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Not done yet!
You will, Silent!
Roger that.
Arc sealed!
Here I come!
I never miss!
Behold my true power!
They're changing tack? Her master core! Not while I'm around, she is... And...
This one's all mine!
Dragon! Sprint! Not on my watch! Here's another!
Goodwill!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down!
No.
You don't scare me!
Here I come! Go for it! Well,
Hit her now!
do it! I'm on! Here I come! I can carve through arm thrust!
Far enough.
Can't get out of this!
Eat this!
Talon Hurricane! Covering wind!
I'm in the groove!
Talon Hurricane! No escape! No escape!
You will suffer!
This isn't looking good!
I'll
Swallow Blade! You're mine!
end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, The Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin! Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Naori. Shion. Damn it.
Dragon Swarm! Slice! Take this! It's over! Right more! Dragon Swarm! Slice! Lightning Thrust! Swallow Blade! Blow away! Swallow Blade! Blow away! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! Dragon This one's all mine! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! Eat dirt! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Wind! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Hurricane Thrust! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Severing Wind! Lunar Rondo! Raining Slash! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Slash! Raining Slash! Dragon Swarm! Great! Next! This one's all mine! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Wind! Tear! Take this! It's over! Raining Slip! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha! You're finished! Swallow Blade! No escape! Be still! Luna Rondo! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! You're mine! It's on!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Now or never.
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
If it hides, just
Here
back
I
it
come.
out again.
Severing Wind!
you're
Soaring
dead.
Light Spear!
Fires this passion,
I need
forces this flame.
something.
You need to be healed.
How the mightiest fall.
Wind!
Fall,
Luna
the
Rondo!
long step.
Mirage!
Concentration.
I'm not done!
Fall into thy
Dragon!
Change of strategy. Duly noted.
Blade!
concentration.
Severing Wind! Luna Rondo! Take this! It's so...
I'll face you. enemy
Now!
will are free.
In an instant! Impact block! Here I come!
You're mine! I'll grind you into dust! I'll grind you into dust!
Here I come!
How's this?
Ready!
Here I come!
Wind of energy!
Captivity! Mirage!
Arcane waterfall!
Dragon Swarm!
Sweep now!
It's over! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the owl forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not...
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, Turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Elfin. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, Then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh? What will I even accomplish going alone?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kinda my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess. What will I even accomplish going alone?
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
You can never be too prepared. Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Not this way, I guess.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
The firm no Zoogle policy. Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
On guard!
Prince! Get that shell? Hiding something tasty. Take this!
I'll be saving
This
it.
one down! Eat dirt! Talon Hurricane! Dragon Form! Eat this! Glimmer Dragon! Harry Bus to pieces! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Benediction light. Can't get out of this! Strike! First strike! Hurricane Strike! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Make it rain!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
It's here! I'm on guard! Watch it! Ground and pound! Storm! Hurricane Strike! Dragon Shell!
Look sharp!
Eagle Drive! Watch this! Shine! Radiant Light! Far enough! Of regeneration! Eagle Assault! Not today! Dragon Shell! Take this! Death Ball! Watch the red wing! Devastation! Make it rain! Open! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Eat that! I'll smash you! It's over! First strike! Here I go! This one's mine! Devastation! Make it rain! Dragon! Eagle Strike! Talon Storm!
This one's mine! Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almadria was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almadria was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almadria. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay. Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Alright, y'all, I'm in the video here. Definitely enjoyed this one. We got a lot of information this episode. I can't really talk right now because I got a freaking cold sore on my dang tongue, dude. It's so dang, it hurts. So it's kind of hard for me to talk, but yeah, man, we learned a lot. We definitely learned a lot, man. Alpha's past and everything. That damn crazy ass swordsman who's actually a lord. Yeah, man. We got a rough road awaiting ahead of us. So yeah, I can't wait to do that, man. And yeah, man, a lot of emotion, man. I like the emotion, man. I love Law's emotion. Like when I was talking to him, when Alfred was talking to him a while ago. I like that, man. English voice actors are actually taking a W here, man. Usually in anime, it's not. You don't really. I mean, I don't really find a lot of good English dubs in anime, but this is Tales games always prove me wrong, bro. Tales games, Persona games, Dragon Ball, like I feel like they're all really good. And yeah, all right, y'all. I'm in the video here, man. Yeah, the shit hurts, man. My tongue hurts. Okay, so if you guys made sense of this video, man, leave a like, share the video, subscribe for new, comment down below, and yeah, man, peace out.